Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I look really well put together. My outfit's super cute. Yeah, I'm wearing PJs. Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Monet. If you don't know me, I am 17. I am married into the military and I have a ton of stuff happening in my life. I have a YouTube and I also have a TikTok, which I'll put the TikTok down here. Most of you are from my TikTok, so hello, welcome. I am filming this the day that it is going out, so yeah, it is crazy. So before we get into it today, I did like a sort of Q&A on me being married at 17 and how all that went down. I asked you guys some questions on TikTok and you gave me some answers, and then I'm also going to put in my own input on, you know, some things that some of you might have wanted or what I wanted to know when I was looking into getting married at such a young age, because there's not a lot about it and everyone is always like, oh my gosh, how old are you? I'm gonna quickly write down the questions that you guys asked me, and then we can go over them. So I'm gonna write them down and then we'll quickly go over those. So let's get right into it. Okay, so now I have all my questions written down. I have my questions written down here, and so I'm gonna go through these and then kind of add what I think that I wanted as well. So the first question is, how did I meet my husband? And my freshman year is when I met him. I'm now graduated. I'm gonna tell you, like, it's really funny. So I'm gonna tell you like when we first talked to each other. So we had an introduction because he just sat down one day at my table with my friends and, you know, he introduced himself, but like that wasn't like the first time we'd ever talked really. He was just like, hey, I'm Jacob, and yeah, that was basically it. For our PE, we went hiking instead of like actually going to a gym. We went hiking around in the woods. So for PE, we were going up this hill once, and it was at this lookout point, and I walked up to him. I thought he was talking to himself, so I walked up to him and I said, hey, are you crazy? And he was like, no, what, why? And I'm like, you're talking to yourself. And then he's like, no, I'm just listening to music and rapping to it. And so I just made fun of him the first time we ever actually like talked, which is ironic because I still do that. So now we have, when did we get married? We got married on December 27th of 2020. So I've been married for a little over a month now. Where did we get married? If you haven't seen, I have a marriage vlog, which I'll put down in the description. In that vlog, I show where I got married, but I didn't really explain. I got married where we met. This is kind of confusing, so I'm gonna quickly run this down because it might not make sense to everybody, but once I sum it up. So we went to school inside of a zoo, like a sanctuary for injured animals. There was a cafe, and the school was at the bottom of the cafe, so it was like an optional school type of thing. I just did not like my school, so I switched over to this school instead. That's why we were able to go hiking, because there was an actual gym. It was like in the basement. It kind of looked like an office. Like there was no walls, it was just office dividers. And for the classrooms, it was a really small school. There was like maybe 80 people in total. So we got married at one of the cabins there. What do you recommend? So I did just say when we got married, and that is hard to explain. So I don't know yet. That's not a bad thing. I just have not, I've been married for a month, but I have not been able to talk to my husband a lot, if that makes sense, because he's in the military. So I got to talk to him for 4 days after we got married, and then he left. I'll answer that question later, once we're together every day. How did everybody react? Which, that is a great one, because that's how I felt like, how's everyone gonna react now that I made this decision? Actually, everyone was pretty supportive. I had already talked to my parents before we even thought about really getting married. We were just talking about it kind of, but we weren't even like actually being serious about it. They were kind of like, oh, we'll see. My friends were kind of like, wow, okay, I guess. Some of them were supportive, like, oh, sure, go for it. Some of them were like, hey, just be careful, I'm not really sure. I had one family member that was like, hey, don't do that, it's not good, just don't do it, I promise you you'll regret it. I don't regret it. So, but overall everybody was just okay with it. Nobody was like cheering for me, and nobody was like not cheering for me really. So why did we decide to get married? That is a very good one. Well, like I said, it's kind of cliche. He's in the military. We were just thinking, like, if he's gonna be in the military, I'm gonna be away from him for a really long time. We would be away from each other for over a year. If he joined and we didn't get married, I would only be able to visit, which we could have done, but we both did not want to do that. Also, we love each other so much. That is why, like, obviously, of course we do. Why would we get married if we didn't? The military kind of pushed it. I also wanted to talk about the process of getting married because it was not hard. Everyone always thinks like it's gonna be hard because you're so young. No, I asked my parents, we talked to his parents. They were both like, okay, go for it. So we went to the courthouse. We scheduled an appointment, went to the courthouse with our birth certificate, our IDs, and we went and got our marriage license. In our state, we have to have both parents to be there for the underage one. I just had both my parents come, they signed the form. That was it. That was basically it. It was not that hard, and I still need to get my name changed, which that seems like way more complicated than even getting married in the first place. I just looked a little bit into it, and oh my gosh, it seems so complicated. So if you know anybody, or if you are married, please let me know how you change your name because that seems so confusing. That was it for today. I know it wasn't a lot and I'm sorry. Let me just do a quick update on why I'm filming, on what I'm filming, and why today's video is short and not a lot. I got a camera, which I spent a good amount of money on. I know this is like a little sneak peek because I actually have a whole entire video that I filmed during the week in unboxing this bad boy and getting everything ready for him. I have been using it all week. So the camera works great. It has a Wi-Fi feature, so you can actually use Wi-Fi and wirelessly send your videos or pictures to your phone or to your computer. It takes about an hour for 5 minutes to be transferred from my camera to my phone. So I was like, that is ridiculous. I'm not going to be waiting that long to transfer something. So I bought this cord that just plugs right into your camera, plugs into your computer, which I had downloaded this software to edit my videos on because I was like, well, I would have to wait days. And it also, after like an hour of it transferring, it unconnects, like it disconnects. So I just have to reconnect it, which takes a couple minutes to even reconnect it back to my phone. So that worked perfectly fine. It was very quick. It took like maybe an hour to upload 100 videos / pictures, which is way faster. I went onto my software and my computer is too slow to edit anything. So here I am filming on my phone after spending $800 on a camera and a mic. Of course, everything's not going to end up perfect, so I'm going to join the Creator Fund on TikTok this weekend because I need to get a computer now. I'm going to try to sell this guy, which he works great. He's just not good enough. I'm thinking about spending like around $200 to $400 on a computer, which is a lot, but it's an investment I'm willing to make for you guys. So please comment and like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell button. It would help me so much.